Hello everyone, welcome to my rainy conservatory. Just having a look at my computer to see if I can look at the comments. Where are we? Okay, Rich Mitch is in the house.
Where are we?
Hang on, let's get the volume off. We've got Scott here. Hey Scott. Good to see you both. So, how this lighting's not very pretty, is it? Let's have a look. Oh, I don't really want it that bright either. Okay, maybe I'll bring it closer. My hair is crazy. I've ruined my hair, basically. Bring it a little bit closer. Okay, yeah, I've ruined my hair. Do you want a hair story? Whether you want it or not, you're getting it. So my hair's been through a lot lately. Hey, JC. Oh, happy birthday for yesterday. Everyone saying happy birthday to JC Russell for yesterday. So my hair has been through a lot. Oh, thank you, John. My hair's been through a lot. I did a colour removal, which I actually did a video on, and that's quite damaging to the hair. It takes all the colour out of it. Then I put like a purple through it, and then that purple just stayed and I couldn't get rid of it, and I wasn't enjoying it. When my roots come out, I've got all these grey roots, and the contrast to the grey and the purple was too much. I needed it to be less, to try and make my roots less obvious, if that makes sense. So then I did a bleach bath, and I've done 2 bleach baths. I did one that wasn't really that drastic, but this one I did a couple of days ago, for some reason, maybe because my hair is really now quite damaged, this bleach bath really did take a lot of colour out of my hair, but it turned it yellow and green. So my hair is green in some places. You can see that there's red in it now, because I tried to, apparently you put red in green hair, because it's the opposite on the colour wheel, the red would counteract the green. But what it did is it made it orange in some places and left it completely greeny yellow in others. I really feel for my hairdresser when he finally gets his hands on my hair. I'm going to have to cut loads off because I've damaged it so much that the ends have all burnt off around the front. So I'm going to have to go short. And when I actually get to the hairdressers, hopefully next month, I'm going to have quite a lot cut off and actually go quite short. I don't know how it's going to be, but I just want all this dead ends cut off so that it's all curly again. And then the colour, I don't know what he's going to do with that. So anyhow, let's see who else is here. Oh, Lily's here. She says, hi, getting ready for the day and listening. Hello, everyone. Hello, Lily. Okay, right, I've got coffee. I ran out of milk, so I couldn't make my usual nice coffee from the coffee machine. I've got one of those sachets that's coffee, powdered milk and sweetener all in one. So it's not the best, but it'll have to do because I don't like going out in the rain. So I've got no milk from my coffee. I guess I'll have to get some. Can't not have milk for the morning. Hairdressers are true gods on earth, says John. Yes. Right then, so let's find out what we're all wearing today. I'm wearing, and I've just put it on because I've not long had a shower, I've got on Iris Shot off of Olfactive Studio. I hadn't worn that one for a little while now, so I felt like wearing it again. So Iris Shot is almond, cardamom, iris. It's lovely, I love it. It's a gourmand take on an iris scent. And we have Beauty, Brains and Banter, scent of the day, Initio Side Effect. Interesting, I think I've got that one. Have I? No, I don't think I have actually. I've got Rehab. Oh, I thought I had more than that. Rehab, Absolute Aphrodisiac, Psychedelic Love, Oud For Greatness. Doesn't look like I've got Side Effect, unfortunately. And you got loads of compliments on it as well, wow. Damn it, I haven't got that one. I haven't dropped it, have I? No, I haven't got that one, sadly. Scotty Bean is wearing Daniel Hosier's Quetzali. Haven't heard of that one. Rich Mitch is wearing Vintage Rive Gauche. Very nice. John says use cat milk, maybe, for the coffee. Sweetie doesn't let me milk her. Get some wigs, says Lily. Oh yeah, good idea. Oh, look at it though. I mean, come on. Look at it. I can't wear it down. It's an absolute, the front is an absolute mess. Anywho, Michelle's wearing Tiger. Gorgeous. I wore a spray of that last night to bed. I said I went to bed really early because I went to bed to read, and I had a spray of Tiger there. Love it. Jon Snow is wearing Bouquet Encore. Tuberose, a lovely tuberose, a little HSW, and a tiny bit of Rolling in Love. Oh, HSW. It's probably a Killian of some description. You have to tell me what that is. Time to musk up is here. Hello Smurfy, hello chat, he says. Heya! Right, so if you haven't already shared your scent of the day, night or whatever, do so now. And a Gerda Prato says, hello there, I'm dreaming of summer with Monoi Eau de Verhae. That's funny, you should say that, Gerda, because I'm wearing the body oil, the one with the sparkles in it, like the gold sparkly one. I don't think you'll be able to see the sparkles on my skin. Maybe you can, don't know. Anyhow, trust me, I've got the body oil on everywhere because I love it. Yeah, beautiful smell that. Oh, 100 Silent Ways is HSW. Oh, okay, that's for the in crowd. Right, okay, let's just get smelling these Initios. So, I don't know if any of you saw my Musk Therapy live stream. Some of you did because I recognise you from the chat. The Musk Therapy one, I have talked about already, first impressions. I might just tell you a few more impressions I've got from it since then, because I have made some decisions about it, but I probably will do that in a separate video. But the way that Musk Therapy works for me is I really like the opening. It's a beautiful fruity floral, it's a citruses, so there's, I think, bergamot and mandarin, I think, could be wrong, but it's like it's almost like grapefruit and mandarin and bergamot, really nice but not sharp or particularly, not screechy, really nice natural smelling citrus accord, and then you get a little bit of a floral element to it, and it's not straight away really musky. The musk isn't as dominant as I expected it to be, and then you get more florals. The citruses gently sort of fade, but not really. They just gently back away, but they're still there for quite a long time. But then what happens is this wood note comes in, and it's supposed to be sandalwood, but to me it's quite dry. And I said in the initial video, in my first impressions, is there vetiver in here? And there isn't any listed vetiver, but it's got that kind of dry, a woody vetiver. It's got that kind of dry vetiver type scent to it. And on my skin, this woody note is just a bit harsh. It's not smooth enough for me. Everything else about the fragrance I really like, but this woody note really does take over on my skin, and it's just a little bit harsh, and I just don't really love it. So I think I'm going to end up selling Musk Therapy. So that's my thoughts on Musk Therapy. No, and John, I have never smelt that pondy note that I mentioned since. I have not smelt that at all. So I'm just starting to wonder what that was all about. I really don't know. Ali Carpenter is here. It says hello. Well, actually you say we've just got a hyphen from you, but that's fine. That's fine. Time to Musk Up says Initio is way overpriced, but I'm not surprised because they're owned by Parfums de Marly. Okay, right. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on Musk Therapy. It's a like, but I don't like it enough. I'd rather have the money back, so I'm going to sell it. And one of the people that I sold a decant to absolutely loves it, and she wants to buy it, so I'll be talking to her. I might take a bit of time before I make my final decision, but I don't think it's for me. So there you go. So let's try one of these, and there's one that I've tried already once, and I'm going to try it now. I did put it on my skin. It's called Rehab. So Rehab is the one that comes in the white bottle, And I think it looks so innocent. Like the bottle is just, excuse me, the bottle's the same as Musk Therapy, and it looks so innocent and lovely. I was expecting Rehab to be really soft and fluffy and lovely. Just finding a strip, and I didn't really like it on my skin, but I'm going to do it on the paper now and see what we think. I think we've got the notes on here, but let's have a look. Sorry about the rain noise. I know some of you like it. Oh, hello Rush. Hello dear Claire. I'm fashionably late as usual. Good to see you. Time to musk up says that's a big blind buy, Smurfy girl. Yeah, it was a bit, but I did sell about half the bottle in decants, so I halved the risk. Okay, so Rehab to me, without checking the notes, is like a spicy tobacco, and I was not expecting that. Kind of in the same ballpark as Herod. Let's see what they actually say. Bergamot, black pepper, lavender, spices, sandalwood and musk. Yeah, I honestly think it's tobacco. That's what I feel like. That's what I'm smelling, because it's got that, how do I explain it? There's a few niche tobacco fragrances out there, and it does remind me, there's Herod, but there was one that was really trending at about the same time as Herod. I'm trying to think what it was now. Can't quite remember. Well, Volutes, is it Volutes? No, no, it wasn't Volutes, although that was a tobacco fragrance I did quite like. I'll never remember. But it does remind me of a couple of, it also reminds me a little bit of the Swedoft fragrance that it doesn't list the notes, but definitely smells of really heavy spices and tobacco. It's nice if you like a bold winter fall style scent, but it doesn't fit. No, not it wasn't a Zerjoff, John. To me the scent doesn't fit the colour, the bottle. This would be in a burgundy bottle, in my opinion. I mean, it's not bad. I don't dislike it. It's a bit cloying, though. I can understand there being black pepper and spices. It's definitely quite spicy, but it's quite sweet. Sandalwood. It's got a smoothness to it, and it's not ridiculously rich. It's just a bit rich. It's a bit too rich for me, I think. Had I smelt this early on in my fragrance journey, I think I would have really liked it. I would have probably wanted to buy it, because my taste was in that direction for a while. Kind of rich, spicy, tobacco type scents with enough sweetness. I don't really pick out lavender. It's definitely musky, woody, spicy, a little bit sweet. It's quite nice, but I'm not loving it. But I can see why people will love it. So that's Rehab. We'll pop that one down there. Actually, oh, it says the name on the bottle, so it's all right. Wow, this rain. Let's have a swig of this shitty coffee. Times Musk Up says Rehab I don't mind. It's a niche version of Spice Bomb. Yes, it totally is. That's you've hit the nail on the head there. I totally agree with you. John says they tried to make me go to Rehab. I said no. Too much synthetic sweet lavender. See, I avoided singing that because I don't want to scare you all off. Michelle says, Rehab smells like toilet paper on me. Unused. I'm glad to hear it's unused. Rush says it's raining here in Toronto as well. What a calming sound. And Drillbit's here. Hey Drillbit. Says, howdy petal. Nice to see you, Drillbit. And let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's try. We'll go for Absolute Aphrodisiac. So, this is in a dark bottle, I assume. It's in a black bottle then. Let's have a see. Now, I've not tried any of these others, so this is going to be a surprise for me. Just give that a second. Live chat. Here we go. Right then. John says, haha, you saving the best till last, Claire Fair. Yes, I am. This is nice. I feel like I smelt it before though. So this is Absolute Aphrodisiac. And it says soft musk, castoreum. Oh, that's all it tells me on here. Soft musk and castoreum. Okay. So let me get it up on their website. Ooh, where's their website? I did load their website up. Right, no, that's Psychedelic Love. Okay, is this going to be a carnal blend? I assume the website's set out in different groups. The carnal blends. Let's see if it's one of those. No, it's not. Absolutely. Oh no, hang on. There's more. There's more. No. You would have thought Absolute Aphrodisiac would make it into the Carnal Blends collection. Let's see what else we've got here. Magnetic blend. Maybe it's a magnetic blend. Let's have a look. Oh no, they're just called magnetic blend. 7-8. Right. Maybe I should just search for it. Absolute Aphrodisiac. What else is it going to be? Maybe it's hedonist. Right, let's have a look. No, that's Musk Therapy. Where the hell is this? Can I search for it? Right, let's search for it. Absolute. Right, okay. I don't know what heading this is under. I couldn't find. It's under the absolutes. Okay. Of course. The softness of vanilla intricately intertwined with the animal potency of musk and castoreum. So you've got white flowers, amber, vanilla, musk, castoreum. Okay, right. It's nice. It's definitely nice. It's not jarring at all. It's quite sweet. The vanilla feels rich and extra sweet, so doesn't necessarily feel like a natural vanilla. It's a very sweet vanilla. Any white flowers are very light and indistinct, I think. And I don't get anything animalistic from it at the moment, nothing funky whatsoever. So castoreum is either not coming out right now, or it's just not a noticeable element to it. To me, this is a vanilla fragrance through and through. The vanilla is the main player here. Vanilla and musk. Kind of like Tejote, Indult Tejote, but heavier, not as ethereal. Almost like a white chocolate. Time to Musk Up says, I lost respect for Initio. Hang on, let me scroll back up. because they said Oud For Greatness had real oud, but the juice is clear as water. If it was real oud, there's no way the juice would be clear. It's a slap in the face. Okay. Oh, Peter's here. Hey, Peter. Oh, Rush says, Claire is looking her usual stunning today. Very chic blouse. Thank you very much. It's hailing where Peter is at the moment. Yeah, just the rain here at the moment. Peter can't stay long. Have to go off and babysit for my sister. Oh, lovely. Rich says, Initiate are an influencer brand. I'd never touch one. Can your sister not look after herself, Peter, says Rich. Carty's here. Hey, Carty. Right. Okay, then let's try this again. There's something else to it. It's not just vanilla and musk. It's nice. It doesn't smell... It's very subjective. It doesn't smell particularly expensive to me. Like, if this came in our Rehab bottle, I wouldn't question it. And I'm not saying it smells cheap, because some of the our Rehab stuff smells quite good. But it doesn't... There's nothing ringing through to say... There's not... It doesn't feel like there's any real lovely notes that have a gorgeous clarity, or there's nothing really singing here. It's a very nice gourmand. I mean, say for example, Xerjoff Italica gets a lot of hype. It's very expensive, but I feel the same way. It's a bit linear. It just smells of like a few sweet, probably quite synthetic ingredients thrown together, and it just didn't excite me. And I'd say this is similar. Very sweet, vanillic fragrance, a couple of bits going on in it, but nothing to get too excited about. The sort of fragrance that would probably get you massive compliments, because it's quite sweet, quite vanillic. So I can see this being popular with ladies, or with anyone who likes the gourmands and really sweet vanillic fragrances. You're going to like this. I like it. I will wear this. I will definitely wear this, because I feel like on skin it'll probably be a little more nuanced, a little bit more interesting. In fact, let's put it on my skin, because I have kept my wrists clear. So, what one was that one? Absolute, not that. Absolute Aphrodisiac. So let's do it, because I like it. I definitely like it. I just don't £200 like it. So Absolute Aphrodisiac then. We'll let that settle, and we'll take a swig of coffee. Carty says, I'm not interested in this show, but I'm interested in Claire. Well, thank you very much, Carty. And Joe is here. Hiya, greetings from the Isle of Wight. Joe, I really need to go to the Isle of Wight. I went to the festival, oh God, quite a few years ago. It was the year that was famously extra muddy. And we actually ended up leaving the day early because it was too much. Everything had got wet. All our clothes were wet and muddy. And it kind of stopped being fun. So and I only really went there straight to the festival, stayed at the festival site, and then went home again. So I see I see the pictures you post on Instagram, and I see other beautiful pictures of the Isle of Wight. So I really want to go. Maybe when they open up the country, so I have a feeling it's going to be difficult for us to actually travel abroad for a little while longer. But maybe when they open up the country, Isle of Wight could be somewhere for me to visit. Maybe we can meet up. Always muddy at the festival. You must visit again. I'll take you for a cream tea. Lovely. Yeah, totally up for that. Yeah, this is really nice on the skin. I'm getting a citrusy bit that's kind of lightening it up a little bit. Yeah, I think if you like Xerjoff Lyra, it's that kind of thing. So you got almost like a slight citrus hint with the sweeter base notes at the same time. So it's almost caramelly, citrus and caramel together. It's very nice. I think I'm just being a bit harsh because I know the price tag, but it is nice. That's my favourite so far. So that one's Absolute something or other, wasn't it? Absolute Aphrodisiac. Absolute Aphrodisiac. So I like that. Now then, so we've only got 2 left. I thought I had more here, but sadly not. So I'm going to leave the one that I'm expecting to hate the most to the end. John knows what that is. And I've got Psychedelic Love here. And I did look the notes up earlier, although I've forgotten what they are now. But they looked nice. I thought they looked really nice. And I was thinking, with the word psychedelic, I'm expecting patchouli. When you get fragrances with that word in them in some way, what's that? I've forgotten now. But there's other fragrances that are very heavy on patchouli with psychedelic or variations of the word psychedelic in them. So I looked it up and I couldn't see any patchouli listed. So that's a good thing for me. Lily likes the opening of Lyra, not the dry down. In the air, I'm not thinking I'm going to like this. I just caught a whiff of something, but I just want it to sit on the paper just a sec. Let me see what the words say. 3 essential ingredients: rose, hedione and heliotropin. So we've also got creamy powdery floral facets, vanilla, wavering between vanilla and almond. Okay, let's try it. I think what I caught in the air wasn't what I'm getting now, so that's good, because I thought I smelt something a bit harsh, but this is head shop vibes, which I guess that makes sense. Psychedelic Love. It's got an earthiness to it, but it doesn't smell exactly like patchouli, and as I said, there's no patchouli listed, although it wouldn't surprise me if there's a tiny bit in there. Let's go and find Psychedelic Love on the website in case there's a bit more info. I think this is really interesting. How do we spell? I always have trouble with the words that begin with P, like psychology, P-S-Y-C-H. P-S-Y-C-H. Right, Psychedelic Love. So this is £200 a bottle. £200 for 90 mils. Oh, they do, and they do travel size. So they do 7.5 mils for £42. Quite a lot. Oh, it says the same thing on the website. Oh, there's a bit more. Bergamot, rose, myrrh, vanilla, patchouli, heliotrope and hedione. So there is patchouli in this one. I read it wrong earlier. It's not heavy on the patchouli though, which is good. I'm going to put this one on my other wrist because it's quite nice. It is reminding me of something. I'm not sure what. What did we say? Psychedelic Love. Right. Let's pop it on my wrist. So this is the last one because, yeah, I thought there was more, but there's not. Which is a shame. I'd like to try Side Effect now. But there you go. So let's give that a little tiny bit longer to settle. Quickly catch up. Rush says, when my cancer is in remission, my first trip is going to be to the UK to visit all my frag family and friends, plus get some shopping done at Harvey Nicks. Oh, totally up for meeting you then, Rush, and make it soon, yeah? Definitely. Lily says, would love to go to the UK. Hope you can go soon. Heather's here. Hey, Heather. Robert's here. Psychedelic Love is my favourite from the house, wearing Magnetic Blend #1 today. And he's got a whale and a poo emoji. So I take it that that's a little bit funky. I mean, are we to take the whale and the poo literally? Are there ambergris and feces notes? Rush says side effects is pretty good frag. Have a bottle but rarely reach for it. Okay. Right then. Let's... Psychedelic Love. What is it reminding me of? It's reminding me of something. Nothing I own, I don't think. So we've got rose, heliotrope. What else do we have here? Myrrh, vanilla, patchouli, hedione, bergamot. I think I can pick out heliotrope, because heliotrope has a slightly sharp almond but floral scent. So heliotrope's kind of like high pitched, whereas if you was to smell actual marzipan, that's kind of like lower pitched, if that makes sense. So when you talk about heliotrope, it's a bit more it's kind of like sharper, almond like. This is really familiar to me. It's very gourmand, but not in a like a dark, you know how a lot of gourmands are like dark, chocolatey, heavy vanillas, dark. This is quite light. It's quite high pitched, if that makes sense. It's not dark. I'm not really picturing a colour. Usually I picture colours when I smell stuff. But it is almost, not quite Play-Doh, but almost Play-Doh-ish. It's pretty. It's kind of pretty. Now what? I nearly got it then. Is it reminding me of a 4160 Tuesdays? Could be. It's got that quirky, fun, sweet, playful thing about it. Like, I actually quite like this, but it's a bit too fanciful. What's the word? Frivolous. It's not a very serious fragrance at all. It's Robert, I mean, you like this one, so let me know what you think. Is it one you reach for often? Do you agree with me that it's very frivolous and almost silly in a way, but very pleasing to the nose? But would you wear it if you were wanting to be taken serious? I would wear this to make children like me. You know what I mean? If you want children to like you, it's got that childlike appeal to it. Not that it smells childish. It's got quite a nice spice to it, I've just noticed. Almost clove-like. Yeah, it's spicy. It's got a lot of facets, actually. I would say this is the most interesting to my nose so far, and probably my favourite. And actually, the other one that I like, what we said? What was that? I've forgotten what the other one was that I liked. So that's Psychedelic Love, and then we've got, it wasn't Rehab, Absolute Aphrodisiac. Absolute Aphrodisiac is a very nice vanilla fragrance with a little bit of spice. that if you have been smelling fragrances for years, you'll feel like you smelt it before, or you smelt it something very similar quite often in the, maybe in the niche world more so than the designer world. If you were new, just stepping into niche fragrances, or just new to fragrance sort of appreciation in general, a beginner in the world, I think you might fall head over heels. If you like vanilla, I think you might fall head over heels for Absolute Aphrodisiac. I think I would have done if I went back 6 or 7 years, if I was in my first couple of years of fragrance in the rabbit hole, then I would probably go quite crazy for it. But it just feels like there's so many options out there that are quite similar. Whereas you take Psychedelic Love, that's a little bit more interesting. There's a lot more going on. It's probably not going to be quite as mass appealing. And let me just check your comments. Rush says, meet up. Sweetie, I plan on taking you out for dinner and a pub crawl. Oh yes, that would be amazing. Thank you. Mia's here. Hey Mia. She says, hello everyone. And Time to Musk Up says, you're taking Sweetie the cat out for dinner. She's a cheap date, trust me. John says, Rush never challenge a British lass to a pub crawl. You won't survive the night. Which one is this, Claire? Right, so right now I've been talking about, on this wrist here is the Psychedelic Love. And then on this wrist is the Absolute Aphrodisiac. So that's what I was just talking about. Psychedelic Love is really, really interesting. Lots and lots of stuff going on. Robert says, and we're talking about Psychedelic Love, Robert says, it's not one I would reach for any specific reason. It's one I throw on when I'm just in a carefree mood. And I think this matches that. Nothing serious, but smells lovely. Yeah, it's good to know you kind of feel similar. It's definitely, to me, it's got a very frivolous and fun feel to it. A bit like, and it doesn't smell like, but it's in the same ballpark as Mucalot from Montal. That, you know, that kind of like reminds you of childhood, scented erasers, bubble gums, various sweets from your childhood, that kind of thing. It's not sophisticated, but it's not like it's bad. It's not like it's bad. It's not like it's not well blended and all that. It's just not a particularly grown up scent. It's, yeah. And it does remind me a little bit of Hypnotic Poison, but almost if you got a pie chart, right, and you want to attribute a part of the fragrance to Hypnotic Poison, I'd just give it a little tiny slice of the pie chart. It's very, very multifaceted and lots of stuff going on. It feels like there's a tiny bit that smells a bit like Hypnotic Poison from Dior. And if you like that kind of thing, I think you'll like Psychedelic Love. Rush says, I think a Canadian lad is up to the challenge. We're that far removed from British brothers and sisters. Long live the Commonwealth. Our Canadians are pretty good drinkers from memory. I worked on a cruise ship, quite a few Canadians. They definitely like a drink. Do you have OGG? I've got OFG, if that's what you mean. I've got Oud For Greatness. That's the last one. I've been putting it off, but I suppose we'd better try it. I'm expecting to hate this. I'm expecting it to be a little bit like Lancome's Oud Bouquet. I don't know the notes. I'm just expecting it to be highly synthetic, cloying, overly rich. It's just what I'm expecting. But I don't even know where I'm getting it from. I know John's not a fan. Let's have a look, see what it says in here. Also called black gold, oud is renowned for its countless blessings. To feel the high vibrational energy of oud and its blessings, Initio created Oud For Greatness, highly concentrated with the world's finest natural oud oil. Oud For Greatness is the oud for happiness, for harmony and for healing, a sacred scent to hit heaven and reach greatness. So if you wear this, you'll go to heaven. So what that actually means is it smells so bad it will kill you. I don't know yet, I haven't smelt it, I'm just being silly. So let's see if we can actually get some notes off of the website. Or shall I smell it first, see if I can pick anything out? Because I kind of like doing that. Yeah, okay, I'll start typing oud, but I won't click on it. Oh, that's expensive. So it's £270 for a bottle. Let's smell this then. It's not filling the air, so that's good. I've definitely smelt stuff like this before. What's it reminding me? This is really reminding me of something. It smells a little bit leathery. It's definitely got quite a sweet note to it. At first I was thinking, does it smell a bit like a Tom Ford? I think it's got ethyl maltol in it. I think it's got some of the baccarat. Oh, my battery is dying. I've only got 20%, so I have to be quick. This smells a bit like it's got the candy floss note from Baccarat Rouge in it. This is like Baccarat Rouge meets Tom Ford's ombre leather. Maybe, you know, just being rough. Let's see what you all say. There's no real oud in Oud For Greatness, says original dogman John. Hey John. Smell first, says Lily. Yeah, I am. That's what I'm doing. Something simple. Oh, which one are we smelling? Oud For Greatness, Carty. Oh, must be no Oud For Greatness. I think it smells nice, but not for that price, says Robert. It's highly synthetic. I have heard this before. I have to agree. I smell what I believe to be ambroxan, and I smell ethyl maltol. I feel like they tried to make something with the appeal of Baccarat Rouge, but then to market it towards the oud people, but it doesn't really smell oudy. I don't even pick up on, which I'm glad about, by the way, I don't even pick up on that horrible synthetic oud that you smell in quite a lot of more Western fragrances. Trying to think of examples now. But you know when you buy a fragrance that says it's got oud in it, but the fragrance was £20 or £30, so you know it definitely can't have oud in it. And they use that weird synthetic oud, that kind of cloying, I don't even know how to describe it. It doesn't smell like farmyards. Like real oud can obviously, it's got different types of oud, have different nuances. I'm not an oud expert at all because I'm not a fan of oud in general, but I have smelt the ouds within the Erige Ladores and stuff like that, and they actually smell like you're walking past a farmer's field and there's been a bit of muck spreading going on, and I prefer that because at least it smells natural. But that weird Western oud, it goes in so many cheaper fragrances, I can't bear it. This, I don't pick up on that, so to me that's at least something. This is, it reminds me a bit of Absolutio from Stephen Redolescence's brand. It's just got quite a strong amount of ethyl maltol in it. It's got the Baccarat Rouge thing going on. It's clearly taken inspiration from Baccarat Rouge and then just tried to market it towards people that like oud, but I get a slight leathery feel from it. Shall we look up the notes? My guess at the notes is leather, sugar. They'll say there's oud. What else? Some sort of woods. I would say there's ambroxan, but they might call it ambergris or amber, or it might be amber max, which is another aroma chemical. It's in Dior Sauvage. It's quite a harsh woody note. I think it might be in Baccarat Rouge as well, I'm not sure. Let's have a look at their notes. So I'm going to click on Oud For Greatness. Let's see what's in here. It's definitely quite sweet. It's not as bad. Oud Bouquet, that's where that really nasty synthetic oud is in Oud Bouquet. And I'm really sorry, because people I really care about love that fragrance, and I'm really sorry. But to me, I can't help it. That the synthetic oud in that is disgusting to my nose. I'm really sorry. And then coupled with all the sweet, syrupy, rich, cloying, sweet notes, does my head in. That's the epitome of terrible for my taste. I'm so sorry. And Ragbar Lataffa is another one where it's that synthetic oud. I really can't bear it. So this doesn't have the synthetic oud. That is at least something. Right. Okay. So we've got saffron, that we know is also in Baccarat Rouge. They are not even mentioning the sweetness in here, which I find very strange. Patchouli, musk. Right, so we've got, it says natural oud wood, argar wood oil, lavender, saffron, patchouli and musk. And there's mention of nutmeg as well. I'm surprised they're not mentioning that intense sweetness. I mean, it's obviously coming from somewhere, which I still think is ethyl maltol. I honestly believe that they have aimed to make it smell a bit like Baccarat Rouge. That's how it smells to me. So there's nothing in this note listing is missing the sugary sweetness. So if you was to blind buy this, you're not going to get what you expect, because you're not going to expect anything very sweet with that. You're going to expect something woody, spicy, a bit musky, maybe a bit oudy. There's nothing in that note listing to indicate this quite intense sweetness. And it is, out of all of them, the one that smells the most synthetic, in terms of it's got the common synthetic aroma chemicals in it that are in a lot of stuff. They get overdosed in a lot of stuff. They're very popular, people like them, so I understand why they're used. Doesn't stop me hating on them. This is not shockingly bad. It's not. Is that my? No, I thought my fox. I've not seen my fox in ages. He's not there. Don't worry. Sweetie doesn't like the fox. It's not obnoxious. On the paper, when you spray those really nasty synthetic fragrances, they like fill the room, even off paper. They even project off paper. And this isn't doing that. So this is not obnoxious, which a lot of those kind of things are, but this isn't. I don't find this bad. It's not to my taste, because it's quite synthetic. But if someone walked past me wearing this in the high street, I would be like, oh, I would be thinking, oh, there goes a frag head, you know, because it's definitely got a niche. It's got that niche smell, you know, because it smells a bit like Baccarat Rouge, I guess. I would notice it, and I would think that it smelled very pleasant. I just wouldn't choose to wear it myself. But if someone was wearing it around me, I would say, yeah, they smell quite good. This is not, as I expected this to be a lot worse than it is. And it's absolutely fine. It's a bit dry, as are often quite certain fragrances done in a certain way have all these dry things about them that kind of like sucks the moisture out of my brain. It's quite dry, but it's not shockingly dry. It's just I'm just surprised they don't mention the sweet notes, because it's really quite a sweet fragrance, balanced by the drier woods and stuff and spices, but it is quite a sweet fragrance. I think if you like Baccarat Rouge, you wanted a slight different take on it, it's something to try, but I personally wouldn't buy it. I certainly wouldn't pay £270 for it. That's just my opinion. It's all subjective. I'm going to have to go in a minute because my battery is almost certainly going to die. Oh God, there's so many comments. Right. Sorry if I've missed any comments. You've put quite a few on there while I was waffling on there. Oud for Westerners should be the name, says Time to Musk Up. And Karine is here. She says hello. Olfactive. I was going to call you Olfactive Studio. Olfactive Stories is here. Careful Claire says, Carter, you might have to start publicly apologising. I haven't actually said anything as fact. So I think if you say something definitely does have or doesn't have something in it, then that's a bit different. But I'm not stating anything as fact. It's just what I think, you know. So take it all with a pinch of salt, because we all smell things differently. Just trying to get myself out of it now, Carty. Robert says, can't stay. Hope you and everyone have a lovely rest of the day and a great weekend. Thanks, Robert, and you too. Schlointer. Time to Musk Up. On skin, I really don't get Baccarat Rouge 540. Maybe 20% similar for me. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like mega. It's just, it's giving me that vibe, if you know what I mean. Like, let's go back to the pie chart. Yeah, I'd probably give it not a full third, like a bit, you know, that much on the pie chart of Baccarat Rouge. I think Oud For Greatness was the formulation Lynx and Axe rejected for being too synthetic. Carty says they seem to have made a great job hiding the oud if they did put it in there. The thing is, they could potentially have only put in like 0.0001% and still be able to say that it's in there. Mia is listening as she cooks. And John says it's really obnoxious, like a room full of jedwards. Okay, maybe I've got too much going on to really notice, but it didn't seem as annoying to me as some other things are, like as big. Masked Man Reviews, has anyone tried anything from Bortnikov? Interested in trying some of their fragrances? I think I have, but I think I have, but I couldn't really talk about them because I can't really remember. So Mia's going to be talking about them very soon on her channel, so keep tuned to Mia's channel. Karine says, I don't mind companies not using real oud, but at least they should put woody accord or something in the description instead of oud. Same thing with ingredients like rose, jasmine. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? They're allowed to say whatever they want. But if you start trying to legalise that, you're going to make life really complicated. Lily says, thanks Claire, having a lovely evening later. Oh, have a great weekend, take care. Take care, Lily. So I'm going to have to call it quits because running out of battery on the phone. I've got one very tiny little announcement to make. It's kind of silly, but on my coffee account, you know the buy me a coffee thing, today I found an option where you can do commissions. So if anyone wanted to commission me to do a video just for them, I've set up an option there, and I've also set up a really silly one that I don't want you to do, and I've set it at a really high price because it's a ridiculous idea and I don't want to do it, but I don't know. So I've come up with this idea. If someone wants to dare me to, I will wear Secretions Magnefique for a day and vlog about it. So I'll wear it out and about and get people's reactions. But I've set it at a really high price. I'm hoping that no one in their right mind would want to pay that for it. And if they do, then it will just about be worth it for me to do it. So if you want me to go around stinking like a sex crime scene for a day and make a video about it, you have to fork out some money for it. But it's just an idea. But you can commission me to do you individual videos. If you want to request a particular video, you can do that. And I've also set up a fragrance consultancy option on there as well. So if you wanted to have a one-on-one chat and some recommendations for fragrances based on what you like and stuff, then that is also on. It's all on that Buy Me a Coffee link. So if you want to have a look, go and have a look. That is it. Let's have a quick check on your comments. Right. I think you're all talking amongst yourselves. Okay, so that's it then. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon.